Here, YouTube. Today we got fantastic hip hop. How things got even worse for Drake. Now, if you're not hip, Drake dropped a song recently. If you have not listened to it, it's called Wagwan Delilah. Now, single-handedly, this might be the worst song Drake has ever dropped. Like ever. Not even gonna hold you, bro. It sounds like AI did the song. Way too much auto-tune. And then he comes out of left field with this hard UK Jamaican type of accent. And he just wants us to be along with it. And with some random dude too. So if you haven't heard the song, it's called Wagwan Delilah. It's pretty trash, if you ask me. I don't know what's going on with Drake. I've been trying to figure out who approves his songs. Like, because since the Kendrick shit, he did the BBL Drizzy song with Sexy Red, which I thought was just stupid because now it's like everyone is going to have that attachment of BBL Drizzy forever stuck in their head. Then you go on and drop Wagwan Delilah, which is like, it's horrible, bro. It's like pulling gravel in ears. I don't like, it was just so bad. But yeah, let's get into the video. Before we get into the video, if you enjoy, like, comment, and subscribe. We're on our way to our first 100 subs, and let's go.
Somebody needs to seriously tell Drake to just stop releasing music right now because somehow, despite embarrassing moment after embarrassing moment stacking up just like his hit songs once used to, he will not stop humiliating himself as Drake is once again back with yet another song, and this time with a remix he's done with Toronto's very own Snow Day. And first off, Drake—
that was his name, Snow Day. And it's Drake is kind of, not even kind of, he's doing the exact things that Kendrick said that he would do. He's working with a new artist that nobody knows about, trying to get clout off of his name. Then with the accents, using a heavy Jamaican UK accent, and it doesn't work.
Drake finally doing a new track with somebody from his home city for the first time in a while after Kendrick Lamar called him out for always hopping onto the waves of other regions and neglecting his own roots is already hilarious in of itself. But within his newest release, Drake isn't throwing subliminals at Kendrick or any other rappers who have dissed him or even just spitting bars with the slightest—
and mark my words, after this Drake and Kendrick shit, that's the last time we'll ever hear Drake being tough on a beat ever again. We're only gonna hear Melody Drake from now on out.
A sense of intensity, urgency, or I don't know, even one bit of understanding the fact that day after day, even a month after Kendrick's diss tracks have been released, the world is only continuing to make him a bigger and bigger joke, and matter of fact, things are only getting worse at this point as these narratives are really starting to stick and have a longer lasting impact than I think anyone could have predicted. And with this song, with the stakes for his own reputation never being higher, oh my god, I don't know if in his over 15 years of making music for the entire world to see, Drake has ever hopped on anything more embarrassing than whatever this is supposed to be.
Yeah,
this track is seriously that bad, as in one of the most pivotal moments when it comes to how they—
you got people really saying like this is a good song, it's the best song Drake has dropped in a long time, and I'm just sitting here like, are we listening to the same thing? Like, this song is trash.
This time will be remembered in Drake's career and how stained his resume will be. He decided to, for all intensive purposes, make a parody of Hey There Delilah, and yeah, I'm talking about that Hey There Delilah, and I have never heard a more pathetic song in my life in terms of where Drake was and what he was rapping about just a month ago to now. This is arguably the craziest change in demeanor that rap has ever seen, and with this move coming right at this moment in time, with something that's so humiliating, there is going to be absolutely no way that Drake can dig a deeper hole than what he has done right here. Now, on this godforsaken audio clip that some people are mistaking as a piece of music, Drake's measly auto-tuned vocals screech over the
You have to diss him like that. He said this audio clip that people mistaken for music. Chill out.
instrumental like nails on a chalkboard, and as Drake mimics Hey There Delilah's lyrics with this wretched accent that, which again, just helps Kendrick and everybody else's jokes write themselves. Drake lays down what I think may just be the most ridiculous performance he ever has, and while this song isn't trying to be something that should be compared to his Kendrick disses, and in actuality, is trying to exist out of it in some way. With this record coming out right within this polarizing time for Drake, we really need to sit down and question what was he expecting to achieve from this. I mean, we already saw Drake try to shift things around and start laughing with us, but instead was just left being made fun of even more when he rapped over the BBL Drizzy beat on a Sexy Red track, and now with this cut, we aren't just seeing him try to create the same type of moment but in another way. But as a result,
like right now, I don't think Drake is understanding that the more stuff he puts out, the cornier he looks. Like, you look crazy right now, bro. The BBL Drizzy song. Why would you even, like, I would have cease and desist that song, bro. Why would you make a remix and put that out? Like, somebody had asked me, they was like, doesn't he have to pay for that? Technically, yeah. So technically, you paying the dude that you dissing. Like, are you not logically thinking of something, or you just don't care? You think like you the littest person in the world right now, so nothing matters. I'm gonna let you know right now, Drake, it matters. And right now you looking crazy, bro.
Of him doubling down, we are seeing a pattern unfold from Drake where, following all the drama with Kendrick and everyone else, he's now backtracking on everything Push-Ups and Family Matters stood for, as he is trying to shift the narrative around him by doing these clownish stunts and making us remember him for his funny antics, as opposed to the massive loss he got handed to him when being in the ring with Kendrick. But who does Drake really think he's fooling here? Not just rap fans, but music fans in general, and even a lot of Drake fans now sadly know that he lost the beef, and as Drake can no longer even get his new songs to come close to the chart dominance and instant platinum status that tracks including Like That, Euphoria, and Not Like Us reached, Drake hasn't just failed at his own game, all the way to the point where we are getting Hey There Delilah covers following the most lethal and career-altering moment of his entire career. And while he thinks this is salvaging his name or changing the discussion around everything about it, in actuality, it's only making him look worse and worse, as with each antic.
Yeah, like, I feel like Drake is trying to troll us, and it's not working, bro. He's trying to make us laugh. He's trying to make us forget that Kendrick Lamar just spanked him for about 3 weeks. Drake, BBL Drizzy and Wagwan Delilah is not gonna do it, bro. Sorry.
He's trying to pull off, whether it was rapping over BBL Drizzy or this clownish garbage. He has proven every single lyric of Kendrick's to be more true than it ever has been, as we are clearly looking at somebody whose career is spiraling and whose every antic is just more embarrassing than the next. Now, as Kendrick did pretty much set things up in a way so that when Drake went back to making more ridiculous music and once again pulling stunts like we have seen with this new record, we would all look at him differently, as he was called out for just how immature he has looked with all the moves that just don't reflect his age whatsoever. You would think that the last thing Drake would continue to do is fuel everything that Kendrick put into motion on Euphoria, Not Like Us, 616 in LA, and Meet the Grams, because while Drake definitely did lose this beef, it's only his own actions that are making everything sting all the harder and have even bigger repercussions than it ever could, because he has just folded into this version of himself where, after releasing diss tracks that, despite how they were inferior to what Kendrick did, came with the calculation to try to dig up dirt, film entire music videos, and really make it a moment like nothing else he has ever done.
Like, think about that for a second. Kendrick Lamar only dropped audio tracks and pictures. He never dropped a video. He never dropped anything like that, any visuals. We never saw anything like that. Drake spent time working on the visuals, finding the van to crush in that music video, and it went silent. It got trumped by a song. Like, I feel like Drake right now is trying everything he can to have any type of success right now after this beef, and it's not working. If I'm Drake, man, I'm telling him, yo, Drake, shut up for 6 months, bro. Shut up for 6 months and work on some music. Go mess with some hoes. Don't talk right now. Don't drop any new music. That's what I would tell him. Because in every comment, all they're going to say is, we don't want to hear you say no more. Like, they're just going to be coming for you the whole time. And I don't think you understand that.
To now, where he's releasing songs that are pretty much straight on jokes. And this is where everything is taking a turn into a spiral that Drake may never come back from. Taking an L in rap beef is something that has happened to even the greatest rappers of all time. But the one thing you can never do to keep the momentum of your career going is fold in on yourself and do a complete 180 from the direction you were moving during the feud, because as Drake has went from writing some of the hardest lyrics he ever has and trying to solidify the fact that in his disses nobody can compare to him when it comes to his hit making and overall success. For him to not succeed in any of these regards right now and just fold up his entire image with these lame and gimmicky songs that, while trying to comedically relieve the drama, are just showing that he can't get his hand back on the pulse of fans' tastes, and at the same time, while we all know he'll never admit it.
I feel like 5-10 years ago, everybody needed Drake. Everybody needed a song from Drake. Just like at one point in time, everybody needed a song from T-Pain. Now, it's like, we don't need you, bro. We don't even need Kendrick. Like, everybody is getting on by their own talents. We don't need a dude from Canada to come over here and save us and give us a track. Especially after Kendrick just showed us that you're really not that guy.
It is beyond clear at this point that Drake has let Kendrick rethink every single aspect of his career after everything that went down. It's never been seen how Drake has just laid the mat down for even his most loyal supporters to walk right over him, because even in a world where people are delusional enough to still support the idea that he won the beef and are still hoping that he could somehow level the score against Kendrick, instead of—
And I don't like that. Like, people are real talking about some he won the beef, or he could drop another song, or he could come back in a couple months. Come back in a couple months. Bro, Kendrick drop the same day you drop. 2 songs. The same day you drop. So now we gotta wait months for you to come back when you thought he was gonna wait months? Nah, bro, it's over with. You lost. It's okay. Take your L, sir. You got so many wins that taking 1 L is that bad to you?
Continuing to fire back lyrically and try to stomp on a record like Not Like Us, or just going ghost for a while, letting Kendrick and hip-hop have their fun, and then coming back with a project that is so great that even while everyone thinks he did lose the beef, it will hardly even matter in the long run, because it resulted in him getting in tune with the best parts of his artistry and giving us another undeniably great body of work. Somehow Drake has picked the worst road possible, which is just to stay in the middle of the wrecking ball Kendrick is smashing through his career with, and not just stand there and let the work Kendrick put out change his reputation and perception in the public eye forever. But at this point, Drake has taken the wheel for himself and is just steering his career into holes that nobody else could have for him, because with something as embarrassing as him rapping over the BBL Drizzy beat now being topped with this humiliating and really sonically disgusting Hey There Delilah interpolation, Drake's career has went down a path that no other rapper of his magnitude has ever been on, and as it seems like he will no longer be able to connect with audiences like he once did. Time will only tell if he'll be able—
I'm not going to say that Drake can't come back. You know what I'm saying? I think we've seen worse fall-offs than Drake falling off. Tyga, for example. Yeah, I feel like there's a possibility Drake can still come back. Drake can still drop a hard album or a hard song tomorrow, and I'm not gonna say it'll completely take away everything that's happened, but it'll give him a bigger boost. You know what I mean? So he could come back.
able to wash away the taste of this L and embarrassing moments like these that prove Kendrick really is the boogeyman of rap with anything he can draw up. And while it's a possibility that Drake can still drop a hit and redirect a lot of the backlash he is getting right now with the strategy he has used so far to reconnect with audiences after this beef, I think it's safe to say that that seems like a long shot. So all in all, with this ridiculous song that is genuinely a candidate for the worst I have heard this entire year and in Drake's career as well, no matter what Drake's intent—
I'm not gonna lie, probably the worst song that I've heard this whole year, outside of the Childish Gambino song, because I'm still confused about that one. That video still has me confused. But this, audibly, sonically, is the worst song I've heard all year.
was the context and moment this track was released in makes it land with the worst impact it could have. And understanding this, let me know, what do you think about the way Drake is continuing to handle his career right now? And while we all know things won't get better anytime soon, as it seems like week to week there is something new to cover in the downfall of Drake, do you think it can even get any worse from here? I can't—
Yeah, so this is Drake's How Things Got Even Worse. If you enjoyed the video, like, comment, and subscribe. We on our way to our first 100 subs, and I'm gonna see you in the next one, man. J. Capone.